Hi Aries, welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your February monthly reading. I'll try to keep the intro short. So for all of my readings, they need to resonate up to 90% in order for you to take them with you. So to avoid any confusion and to help things be a little bit more clear for you and to also tap into more specific energy that needs the message, the way that I choose to give my readings is specifically for the collective is that don't take pick and prod and pull apart different pieces that do resonate and take those with you but leave everything else. That's not this kind of reading. So it needs to resonate up to 90% of what I say. And what does that mean? Resonate to me is you don't have to put any mental power into trying to figure out like what I'm talking about or how it applies to your life. It's just going to come. It'll click and you'll be like, yep, that's that person, that's that situation, that's that issue. I'm on point with it, right? That means it's resonating. 90% of the message should resonate for you if it's meant for you. If 70% resonates and you're like, I'm going to take the 70, that's totally up to you, but I don't recommend that. I try to be very specific with my messages for a reason to help those people that actually need them. So again, it is a collective reading though, so you do whatever you want with it. That's just my recommendation. Last two things here. If it's a future energy, so meaning it will not resonate because it has not happened, then I will also let you know that. Second, if it is channeled messages that are coming through rather than me reading the cards, I will also let you know that if I can remember. Sometimes it just happens, it hits, and I start going and I forget to actually stop and tell you, but you'll see that I'm not pulling cards, so you'll know that it's channeled, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it. Aries, just so you know, if you want to purchase anything from me, a reading, any of the weird stuff that I make, the only way to do that is by going on that link in my description box to my Etsy shop. I will not comment you. I will not reach out to you. I will not have a website pulled up for you. I will not do anything on social media other than YouTube, which is videos. If you want to purchase anything from me, anything that implies you're spending money, you have to do it on my Etsy shop. All right, let's get into it. What does Aries need to know for February? What does Aries, oh my God, how did I forget? Sorry, Aries. So what I've been doing, or what I'm going to start doing, is before I do my monthly reads, I kind of just sit, I meditate, and I really get in sync with spirit before I start doing those readings. And I ask them to give me one important, impactful word that is going to come into the reading, or is going to be like the overview, the energy, the main piece of that reading, just so I can tap into it a little bit better for you guys, for like what energy I need to focus on. And for you Aries, what I got is lost, and it was clear as day. So I don't know if you're lost within a situation, if you're actually physically lost on the road, if you're lost or feeling lost within your life, not really sure which way to go, what direction to turn in, but that's the word I got, is lost. So we'll see how it plays out in your cards, okay? So what does Aries need to know for February? What does Aries need to know? We'll take them. They said don't take them. Sorry. Well, what does Aries need to know for February? What does Aries need to know for February? That's nothing. What does Aries need to know for February? By the way, guys, I am doing your reading second, and I am going to do an early release for it because you were my second most liked videos from the January readings. So that's how I determine the top 3 get an early February reading. The other ones have to wait until February. What does Aries need to know? There we go. We're taking all of these? Yep. We have 6 of Swords. Sorry. 6 of Swords, the Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Queen of Cups. Whew, Aries. Making me itchy. I already saw the storyline playing out as I was laying the cards down, which is very interesting. And I can see why the word lost might be coming up in your reality here. So Looking at the energy, Aries, just initially looking at what's on the table here, and like before we go into clarifying, I'm going to try really hard to not start channeling because I do want to pull the cards to clarify for you, but just to give you a synopsis of what I'm seeing initially, and then we'll dive into it. There is a situation that you will go through in February where you actively are trying to move towards someone. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Phew! Don't make fun of my sneeze. There's going to be a situation where you are actively moving towards someone. I think that this is a romantic interest. It could be also an opportunity, possibly like maybe a job opportunity or something like that. But I'm getting more heavily that it's a person. And even if it's not a romantic interest, I'm actually getting heavier that like this person is more like a friend. Possibly a family member, something that's not like sexually based, right? But that doesn't mean it couldn't have been that at one point. It's just right now, this is more of a friendship, is what I am seeing. So you're actively wanting to move towards this person in February. I'm actually picking up more towards the end of January, like the last few days of January is when you might be reaching out to this person. You guys might be connecting somehow, but you're going to be like, I want to reconnect with this person. Like, I want to reconcile with this person. I want to talk to this person. I want to go out with this person, like whatever it is for you. And you're actively wanting to move towards them and quickly. Like, it's kind of coming out of the blue where you're just having this burst of energy and motivation and passion to do this, right? And I feel like this person is the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So this is someone who's they're stable, they're even-tempered, they're successful, and successful means different things to everyone, right? So this person's view of success is like, my life is organized, my life is stable. I have consistency, I have routine, I'm financially independent or just very well off, as in like I can prepare if something terrible happens tomorrow. Like I can handle that, right? It's not gonna end my world. So this person's embodying that Queen of Pentacle energy. Does not mean they're an earth sign. It just means they're embodying that Queen of Pentacle energy. Very patient, very nurturing, very consistent, reliable, practical, that kind of energy, okay? And as you approach this person, I feel like there is definitely a conversation that maybe needs to happen. There's maybe something that needs to, whether it's like an apology, an explanation, some kind of insight, but it's a healing energy that needs to occur. Whether that's through conversation or not, maybe the healing energy is just you guys seeing each other, It doesn't have to be a conversation full on. Maybe it's like, hey, I did something that I said I was going to do, and that makes the other person feel good, you know? And so there's some kind of, once you move towards this person, you are recognizing that this healing has to take place for you to be successful with moving towards them, okay? So it could be something that was avoided. It could be something that neither of you just wanted to ever talk about or mention or say, like that elephant in the room. This could even be something that was just very unspoken, and maybe this other person doesn't even know about it. And it's like you're kind of opening up to provide the ability to heal something between you and this person. Once you get to that realization that healing needs to happen, I think that and this is difficult, okay? As passionate and energetic and as motivated as you are to move towards this person, once you realize, like fully realize, I cannot do anything, like I cannot move towards this person until this healing occurs, I feel like the healing, it's something from your end that needs to happen to help that healing be present. And I think you start to assess it, you get into your emotions with it, you start to think about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to say this? How is this going to come across? And in your head, you're like really like coming up with a great way to really like allow this healing energy to come in, and it's going to be this beautiful emotional reconnection. And then it's like the more you think about it, the more you remember why, like, you never maybe did it in the first place, and that's a lot of like overwhelmed emotions. And like, what if they reject me? What if they disagree? What if it creates an argument? What if they don't even believe me? What if they're mad about some other stuff that I'm not even aware of? Or maybe I know they're mad about other stuff. How do I address everything? I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, it kind of doesn't feel good to open up that way. Like, maybe that's not how I should do it. Maybe I can skip over the healing piece, because I don't know that I want to be vulnerable with this person about this thing here. Because I was excited, but I overthought it, and so now I'm actually realizing like what I would have to do and the things I would have to say and maybe the secrets I would need to reveal, and I'm kind of uncomfortable and I'm just not going to say anything. That's this energy, Aries. That's what I'm picking up. You get into the headspace, ready for it, you're planning it, you're all about it. You're like, yes, it's going to be emotional, it's going to be vulnerable, it's going to be deep, it's going to be romantic, it's going to be awesome. We're going to connect, and it's going to be healed, and it's going to be awesome. And then when you actually like think about this person's reaction or their perception, how they might see you differently, or even how they currently see you, what they're going to say, how they're going to feel, like you start to think about that, and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna tuck that in my pocket, and maybe we'll reconnect later. Maybe if I let more time happen, we'll never even have to do this. Yeah, I think that's the best bet. I think that's the best way to go. Give it some more time. We never have to do it again. Because time heals all wounds. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take that approach. I'm just not going to say anything. I'm not approaching this person. That's the energy I'm getting from you, Aries. I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying before I get too heavy into the channeling energies here, okay? So Aries, I can see why, I don't know if you can see why Lost came out, but I feel like you are very lost on how to approach this person. You're very lost on how to deal with this situation. You're very lost on how do I become vulnerable? How do I overcome the Queen of Cups? How do I actually do the Queen of Cups energy? Because it's like an instant shift from Queen of Cups. Yeah, great idea. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to tell them my emotions. I'm going to share this with them. And then instantly you go into High Priestess instead. And High Priestess is like, nope, we're not going to say that. We're going to know it. We're going to think it. We're going to feel it. I'm going to be drawn to that person. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to keep my secrets to myself. I'm not going to say anything. And it's like an instantaneous. So it's almost like there's a fear barrier here maybe, right? But it's like you're kind of, I feel like you're lost on how to get out of your own way. Like you kind of are having a difficult time figuring out, why can't I do this? And everything in me wants me to do it, but I cannot do this. I cannot move forward. Right? You're kind of lost on what to do next. Okay? That's the energy I'm picking up here. So the first thing that I want to clarify for you, Aries, we're at 1335. So the first thing I want to clarify is, because I feel like you're coming out of a situation in January that's making you move towards this energy of wanting to pursue and reconnect and talk to this Queen of Pentacles. So I want to see, what are you moving out of? Like, that Six of Swords is all about moving on from something. Like, you're just, you know what, I'm gonna take what I got and I'm gonna go, okay? Even if I gotta leave a little bit behind, no matter, I'm gonna go, I'm out of here, okay? So I want to see, what are you coming out of? Because that might help us see what you need to do in the future if we can understand the past a little bit better. We won't dive too deep into the past though. Where is the Six of Swords coming from for Aries? What are they leaving? What are they moving out of for Aries in February? But again, I'm getting like a little bit of January on that. What are they moving out of? What are Aries moving out of with the Six of Swords? I heard boredom. I don't know what that means. Maybe it'll resonate for some of you, but I just heard boredom. They're moving out of boredom. I don't know what that means. Yeah, again, maybe it's something for you. So we have death, we have the Fool, we have the Devil, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. Aries. These are some heavy hitter cards right here, okay? It's like a whole new spread all by itself, okay? I'm going to lay them out like this just so we can go through it really quick. So it looks like what you're moving out of is there was definitely a situation that you took a risk on. You chose to... Which one is it? Thank you. Ooh, thank you. Okay, channeled. I'll do the tarot first, and then I'll tell you the channeled message. Nope, I'm going to tell you the channeled message first because I always forget those faster. Like in the tarot, that can't leave, but the messages do. Sorry, let me grab it again so I can tell you. The Queen of Pentacles is the person that you left in this situation. So as I explain this, just understand the channeled message I'm getting is the Queen of Pentacles is the person directly related to what you're moving on from, okay? And that's why I was getting bits and pieces of like the end of January here, and we're like flowing into February, but that's what I'm getting is the Queen of Pentacles is directly involved in this situation, okay? Now, let's read the tarot. What I'm getting from the tarot is you actively chose... The death is all about like renewal, rebirth, transformation. But with it being right after or right before the Fool, I feel that there was an opportunity to have a transformation of something. And instead you chose to have a completely new beginning. You're like, nope, I'm not going to redo this. I'm not going to revive it. I'm not going to transform it. I'm not putting energy into this anymore. I'm just going to go off in a different direction. I'm going to have a new start somewhere else. That's why we're saying that Six of Swords, okay? To give a little bit of background and clarification. The bad thing here, Aries, it's not bad. It's more like a growth opportunity, right? So the thing that I'm seeing here is the reason why you chose the Fool, that you chose to have a new beginning versus working on and transforming something that was already existing, which I believe is with this Queen of Pentacles. The reason you chose to just, you know what? Nope, that doesn't exist anymore. We're having a brand new beginning in a whole new world without this person. It was for very selfish reasons on your end, where you're like, you know what, I'm only worried about my Nine of Cups. I'm only worried about my emotional happiness right now. I'm only worried about what I care about, what I want to do, the things that I like to do. I can do those things. I can get up and do anything I want right now. I can eat what I want. If I have addictions, if I have passions, if I have toxic things about me, I don't have to change that stuff because I'm not with anyone. So it's kind of nicer to just be single, be free, you know, not be tied down to anything or anyone, not have any expectations placed on me. I don't have to do anything. I have no one else that I have to be responsible for or that I have to please other than this person right here, right? And I say it was for selfish reasons, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, because sometimes you have to be selfish. I don't know how deep in the past this goes, and I'm not going to look and find out. So there could be a reason why, you know, you were prompted to make this decision and be more selfish and be like, no, I want to be able to dive into whatever I want to. The only reason I'm not taking that route 100% though is because it is showing up as the Devil, okay? With the Devil, it means I don't want to do my shadow work. I don't want to personally develop myself. I don't want to address my toxic natures. I don't want to change or fix or you know, learn new, like I don't want to become who I need to become for this person. I just want to be me in every single facet of how I am me. I don't want to compromise. I don't want to argue. I don't want to have any expectations on me. I just want to, and I'm not even saying like you want to go sleep around, because I'm not getting that energy. I just feel like I want to indulge in all the negative, toxic shit that I do. And I don't want anyone to say anything about it. And I don't want to feel an obligation to stop doing things that I know I shouldn't do, because I like to do them, so I'm going to do it. It's very much like I'm just worried about me and who I am and what I'm doing, even if it is toxic, even if it is not good for me. I don't care. The fact is I get to do it without anyone pressuring me to change, period. That's the energy I'm getting here, okay? And that's why you chose a new beginning instead of looking at the death, looking at this opportunity to really transform and rebuild something. You were like, you know what? I'm going to be about me, and I'm going to do what I want to do. It's almost like someone who is just. It's not that you've given up on the other person. It's like I'm tired of. Being in a relationship. I'm tired of putting the work in to a relationship. I'm tired of having to meet standards to do things. It's like I'm not necessarily quitting, but I'm just not interested in doing that anymore. And so I'm about me and my anything that I want to do. Okay. Downfall. Okay. And here's where the energy shifts into the Chariot, why you're like all of a sudden quickly moving towards this Queen of Pentacles. And I mean quickly moving towards this Queen of Pentacles. So initially, this is the person that I feel that you could have had a transformation with. You chose to take a new beginning, a new path. This is all in the past, so it's already occurred. So this is how you'll know it resonates. You chose to just solo dolo. I'm going to go in this direction. You stay over here. I'm not working on this anymore, right? After you do this, the thing is, you suddenly realize the Nine of Cups, it is about happiness and emotional independence. Like I can make myself happy. But the other thing about Nine of Cups is it's only 9 cups. It's not 10 cups. So it's kind of unfulfilling when you're in a Nine of Cups energy for a very long time. Because yes, you're emotionally independent and you can nurture and take care of yourself and watch out for your emotions, but that has its downsides too, and you start to feel those downsides. You start to feel like I'm missing something. I don't have something that's like gonna help me get to my ultimate emotional happiness. Like you feel like have you ever gone to school with no pants on? And you just know you forgot to do something, but you can't figure out what it is. But everyone around you can clearly see that you forgot your pants, but you're like, I don't know, I kind of feel a breeze, but I think it's just the wind. What am I missing? What I feel like I didn't do something this morning. And other people are clearly looking at you like, yeah, we know what you didn't do this morning. Like, we know what you're missing right now. But you're very like, you don't truly want to look down and acknowledge that I forgot my pants at home. How did I do that? Did I really do that? What kind of idiot do I have to be to forget my pants at home? That's like one of the basics of getting dressed. That's something I do. It's common sense. And that's kind of how I feel like you're all of a sudden feeling about this Queen of Pentacles. You're realizing it in that capacity where I think other people around you recognize that you're kind of suffering because you don't have this person anymore. But for you, it's really, 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 really difficult for you to actually acknowledge that you like miss this person and that you're not at your highest high because they're not in your life anymore. And that's really, I feel, difficult for you to acknowledge, because then you have to acknowledge the fact that you chose wrong, which means you have to correct that. And so you're feeling this Nine of Cups here, and you're looking at that Two of Cups all of a sudden, and you're like, I would have 10 of Cups if I let this person give me their cup. But that also means I have to give them one of my cups so they can have 10. And that's how it balances out, 10 and 10. So then there's like this, and this is channeled. So then there's kind of like this epiphany moment of like, that devil energy I was in, I should not have done that. That was not the right move, because we can both reach our 10 of Cups if we equally exchange a cup. If she gives me her cup and he gives me his cup, we both have 10 of Cups. We're both emotionally fulfilled at our peak and at our happiest, even though all 10 cups are not ours. We're using someone else's cup to give us the 10. But in exchange, we gave our cup to give them the 10. And there's that exchange, right? But when you're in this devil energy, when you were in that devil energy, That's not what your thought process was. Your thought process was, I can make my own 10 of cups by not having to answer to anyone, by not having to improve on myself, by not having to do things that I just don't feel like doing. Look, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? Life would just be easier if it was just me, just me. I'm not going to work on this. I'm not going to take that opportunity. I'm just going to go be me. But that's where that realization truly like lands for you, is thinking about the 2 of cups, and it's like, yeah, I could have had that 10 of cups, and yeah, I was in a devil energy. Yeah, that was not good. Not good. This is the past. And it helps us explain why the 6 of Swords is your prominent energy starting out. This is what you're moving on from. You're moving on from this devil energy. You're moving on from only settling for the 9 of Cups when you know that you can have 10. Okay? You're moving on from that. And on your way for moving on from that, you are directly full speed ahead, targeted. I'm going back to the Queen of Pentacles. We are talking, we are coming together, right? So that covers those 3 cards, okay? I'm gonna like kind of stack these to give us some more room here, okay? So we're gonna put these back. So you're quickly moving towards this Queen of Pentacles. I want to identify who this Queen of Pentacles is for you, because maybe you have like a few Queen of Pentacles out there. I don't know. But it'll just make the resonation like stronger for you if this is your message. Who is Queen of Pentacles for Aries? Who is this Queen of Pentacles for Aries? Excuse me. Who is this Queen of Pentacles for Aries? Definitely not talking, because I was like, so I don't think you guys are talking. I don't think you're talking at all. We have, funny enough, how funny. That's very funny. So I was low-key kind of joking when I was like, I don't know, maybe you have multiple Queen of Pentacles out there, I was totally joking. But what came out was the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups is all about like options and having multiple opportunities for multiple things. Sometimes that can be emotionally overwhelming to the point that we don't make a decision because we have so many opportunities in front of us that we're like, how do I choose? And other times it feels very freeing and gratifying, because even though you can see all these opportunities, you know exactly what you want. And you're like, I feel good that I have opportunities, but I feel even better that I get to choose exactly what I want. And that's what I feel this Queen of Pentacles is for you, is there was a time where you had multiple options. There were different routes, different paths that you could have taken. But at some point, you looked at all of your options and you identified this Queen of Pentacles as the absolute best #1 choice for you. And you actively, that's what that Queen of Wands is, you actively felt passionate and confident and very sure of this choice. I want the Queen of Pentacles. This is who I want. I don't care about all the other options. I want this person. And so this is someone that at some point in time, you put above everyone else and you chose them above everyone else. I don't know what happened, how we got here, but that's what I'm seeing to help you identify or to resonate if this is your reading. At some point in time, like there was no confusion, there was no doubt in your mind. I want the Queen of Pentacles. We're going to be together. Male or female does not matter. It's not gender specific. It's just energy. It's the embodiment of the energy, okay? But you were extremely sure about it. Like you're showing up as Queen of Wands. Like I know what I want. I very confidently chose from all of these cups that I was presented, okay? What else can we see about this Queen of Pentacles? Who is this Queen of Pentacles? How would Aries identify this Queen of Pentacles? How would Aries know who this Queen of Pentacles is? Yeah, I definitely don't get an energy of someone new. Not getting that. Definitely not someone new. The Hermit. So Queen of Pentacles is a Virgo energy, and the Hermit is also a Virgo energy. But the Hermit could also be talking about, this is a person that typically is very like introspective. They're very reflective. Maybe they're not like an extrovert. They're not super social. They usually stay at home. They don't interact a ton. They're not like out and about. They're more like In my bubble, I stay. And if you want to see me, you must come to my bubble and let me know, because I will never know that you want to see me unless you come to my bubble, because I stay in my bubble, right? This is that kind of person. But the other side of the hermit is that this person is also very wise. And they are wise because they are able to receive in whatever way they are able to receive it, whether it's, spiritually, religiously, education, however they practice or do their thing. This person is able to receive knowledge that is not privy to most people. That could be knowledge on different situations that are playing out in their life. That could be esoteric knowledge. That could be spiritual knowledge. That could be just knowledge that not just everyone knows, but somehow like this person just knows shit, and it's like, that was deep. How do you know that? This is reminding me of like an old soul energy, wise beyond their years kind of energy, very mature at a young age energy. It's like this person is just able to obtain very unique insight, which makes them a very wise person. Like, I feel like this is someone who addresses and handles and navigates people and relationships and situations with a lot of clarity, a lot of calmness, a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, almost like I've been here, I've done this, and I act this way because it's the best way to do it. Like, they can be very understanding, very empathetic, get a new perspective, right? But I think that's part of the reason why this person stays to themselves, is because they don't totally fit in with people probably in their peer group, like that age. But they're like smart and wise as hell, but they don't interact with people in the same way that like maybe they're expected to. I don't know. But interacting with this person offers a lot of healing because they have so much wisdom that they just naturally heal people that they do interact with. Okay. So it's someone that you definitely put number one. You've chosen this person above all else at some point, and then the description I just gave of them. Again, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit energy, those are literally the exact same sign, which is Virgo. And they give off the same exact energy. It's like the wisdom is shown through the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, being stable, being consistent, being patient, being reliable, being independent, being kind of patient, but able to take action, able to build, and just having this like nurturing and loving and strategic kind of energy to them. Okay. I feel like that's enough clarity to know if this is your person or not. Okay. So then we move over to Temperance, right? So you're quickly moving towards this person. And then we get to Temperance, and Temperance is that healing energy. Let's just see if it'll tell us what needs to be healed. What needs to be healed between Aries and the Queen of Pentacles? What needs to be healed between Aries and the Queen of Pentacles? What needs to be healed between Aries and the Queen of Pentacles? 3333 when I looked at the timer. So 33333 might be a number that you guys are seeing a lot. That's all about unity, collaboration, working together, expansion, growth. But it's all about like teamwork, being with someone else. So it's definitely the energy you're bringing in. This is what you want from this person. What needs to be healed between Aries and the Queen of Pentacles? I'm hearing inner work, and I keep being drawn to look at the Hermit card, which has the phrase inner work. And I feel like they told me to say this before I moved on, and I was like, no, we're good. And then they don't give me cards. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has done the inner work required of them to do. Given the past, what we're coming in from, with you being in that devil energy, I feel like a part of that devil energy is you not wanting to do your inner work. And so there's a disconnect right now, because you may still need to do inner work. but I feel like this Queen of Pentacles has already done their inner work. Okay, for whatever reason, I needed to say that before we could totally move on. So, what needs to be healed between Aries? Thank you. But that's like way too many, and I'm not taking all of these. Let me make sure they're all upright though. What needs to be healed between Aries and Queen of Pentacles? What needs to be healed between the Aries and Queen of Pentacles? We have the Knight of Wands that flipped over. I do not take cards that flip over in the deck. I only take them if they flip out. To me, this is a possibility, a potential energy, but not the strongest energy of where it's headed right now. So that's why I don't take it. So with this flipping over in the deck, what it's saying is Knight of Wands. What needs to be healed is possibly some disconnect when it comes to sexual energy or passionate energy. Maybe one of you has too much of it or too little of it. And so it creates like a disconnect where maybe one person's really insecure, and that can be on both ends. You know, they only want me for this because they're always in that passionate energy. And on the opposite end, they must not be attracted to me and I feel insecure because they never want to have passion towards me, or they don't have passion towards me, right? That's a potential energy there, but it's not the prime, weird. But is that the word I'm looking for? Mercury retrograde. It's not the, guys, I'm stumped right now. I feel like prime is the right word, but I know it's not the right word. Maybe that's the right word. I don't know. It's not the prime energy. That doesn't sound right. It's not the, there's a word I'm looking for. We'll figure it out. But you guys know what I'm saying, don't you? It's not the most potent, you know. It's not the biggest energy, okay? That's not the main thing that needs to be healed. It might be one of those side pieces that need to be healed, but sometimes the side pieces can be healed by healing the main piece. So that's saying it's not the main thing, but it is something that does need to be healed, okay? What needs to be healed between Aries and the Queen of Pentacles? Because it definitely puts you into your emotion here. And it's like a very nurturing, loving, like, I want to be gentle with you. I want to be like slow with you. I really want to make sure that I'm addressing everything to really like honor your feelings and really apologize. And like, you want this to be very genuine, very authentic. You want this person to feel the love and the apology and the insight and the explanation. Like, you want them to feel, you know, how genuine and truthful this is. That's what that Queen of Cups is telling me. So there's definitely something maybe emotional that needs to be healed between you guys, because it's putting you into an emotional energy when you think about what needs to be healed and how to heal it. What needs to be healed between Queen of Pentacles and Aries? What needs to be healed between the Queen of Pentacles and Aries? Almost. We almost got something. They might not want you guys. Like, I feel like it's like to each its own. It might be so across the board that they're not going to give me a message for it, because it's like there's not one main thing with all of you. It's more of like across the board. You all have different things to heal. Well, that'll cover it. It's the Star. You need to heal between the both of you, not saying it's all on you, but between the both of you, what needs to be healed is, and the Star is healing energy. So it's just reinforcing that something needs to be healed. And it is like, it's primal. Why do I keep using that word? That's not the word that I'm thinking of, and it's the word that keeps coming out. Sorry, guys. Having a moment. The Star is not, it is, the main energy of the Star is healing, balance, okay? I put in, I get back, equality, okay? But it's also inspiration, possibility, hope, faith that something is going to work, that this is possible, that it can be real. It's not a Nine of Cups where it's a fantasy. It can be an illusion. You know, it's not that. The Star is, this is a wish come true. This is like a dream that is real. It's something we can create. We can actually make this happen. Like, it's not just a fantasy in our heads. This is something we can do, and we have to have hope and we have to have faith to make it work. But it's that kind of healing energy. And so I feel across the board for everyone here that this is resonating for. I hope you're still not here if it's not resonating. Across the board, what needs to be healed between you and this Queen of Pentacles, Aries, is reigniting the flame of possibility that you guys can come together. It's reinstilling hope and faith that this is worth coming together and working on, that this is not something that you guys should just abandon and leave and never do. It's like it's reinstilling passion and hope that this is possible, that this can really happen. Because given the past, from what I've seen, and the fact that this Queen of Pentacles has done the inner work, and they have like an air of wisdom to them, not saying they know everything, because they don't, but I feel that this person, when you approach them, the reason you're realizing this healing has to happen if you guys are going to move forward is because this person may not believe that you're their person anymore, like you're their one. They may not believe that you guys can ever make it work. They may not believe that you're willing to change. They may not believe that they can change enough to match you. Like, this person's belief in being able to come together with you is like shattered. Like, there's no hope, there's no faith. It's like it's not even a possibility to this person at this point. And I don't know how you're supposed to reinstill hope. But that's what the Star is giving me. That's what needs to be healed. The idea that both people truly, passionately, with their heart, believe that this can happen, that they can make it work, that you guys can make it work, and have hope and faith in this. Because if they don't have that hope and faith, and they don't believe this is possible, I will guarantee they're not going to entertain any reconciliation or reconnecting in any way with you. I feel like this person, because they're in that Queen of Pentacles energy mostly, they're not willing to waste time on things that don't make sense. And I feel if you cannot come together with them and you guys reinstill hope and faith and belief that this can happen for both of you, like, one of you cannot have it and the other have it. You know, you both have to have it and believe that this can happen in order for it to work. Because this person is kind of like, the energy that I'm feeling from them, which is odd, I kind of feel the Queen of Swords from them, which is weird. Like, when I'm looking at this Queen of Pentacles and really trying to tap into that energy, I feel the Queen of Swords energy, where it's like, I don't trust this, I don't believe in this, I don't have hope or faith in this, so why would I waste any time on it? Why would I entertain it? Why would I indulge it? Why would I do this again? And I think what I'm feeling is they're definitely a little like, what they're telling me to say is their ego got shattered, okay? But what I want to say is they're slighted by what happened over here, when there was an opportunity for you guys to come together and you chose to just ditch it, abandon it, not even indulge or entertain it. I think their ego had a really hard time with it. Like, it kind of shattered. And I don't feel like they're egotistical, but their ego really took a blow. Like, this really hurt them. Like they were like, what the like they just rejected me and they didn't want to start this again and they don't want to do this with me again and they're walking away, they're leaving, they're ignoring, whatever happened, right? This person really had to like overcome having their ego badly bruised, like, and I mean badly. And I don't say like ego's not all bad where it's like, oh, ego toxic, nah. It's like we all have a level of ego to us, and this person I feel was really hurt. But the main reason that they were hurt and in pain is because you pretty much rejected them, and that really touched on their ego, their confidence level, right? You poked their insecurities, okay? And I feel like this person has overcome it, but to a degree, they're holding on to the ego shattering moment that you did not transform the situation with them and you chose to just go your own way. So they're kind of holding it against you a little bit. So that's probably going to have to be a piece that gets addressed before you can move on. But the main thing, the big thing, is they have no hope that this can ever work. Like they've given up all possibility, like all faith that this will happen with you. That's the main thing to get over and heal, okay? Last thing I'm going to clarify here, I think we're at 46. Why is Aries, I want to see what's triggering you to go into High Priestess mode. Like when you're in the Queen of Cups and you're like, yeah, we can do this, we can make it work, and then you just, bam, you're in the High Priestess mode. Like I feel like it's just instantaneous. Like you don't even almost have control over it. It just happens. So I want to see why that's happening for you and maybe how to overcome it, depending on what it comes out with. Why is Aries quickly moving from Queen of Pentacles, from Queen of Cups to High Priestess? Why are they shifting from Queen of Cups to High Priestess so quickly? What's the reason for that shift to happen so fast? Why are they shifting so quickly from Queen of Cups to High Priestess? Why is Aries shifting so quickly? Queen of Cups, High Priestess energy. I was worried it was that. You don't want to, Aries, and I mentioned this in the beginning, in order to create this healing, I was feeling an energy that it was something that you needed to do to allow this healing to occur. Something that you specifically had to do, whether it was to explain something, to apologize for something, to reveal a secret. There's something on your end that you need to release and allow this person to heal. Because without the information you have, it's like it will not trigger the healing process, okay? The only way to heal this is to give your information to this person, however that information shows up for you. Seven of Swords is clarifying why you're quickly moving from Queen of Cups to High Priestess. There is something that you really, 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 really do not want to tell this person. There is maybe a lie that you had said, a secret that you had held on to. There is something. There is some knowledge. Ooh, why did I get that? This may apply for some of you, not all of you. But I kind of just randomly picked up that you're married, or you're on your way to getting married. Like you're engaged, right? You're either like married or engaged, or like it's already been arranged, like you're with someone and you like promise that you're going to marry that person, but then like, you know, life got in the way and you met the Queen of Pentacles and you kind of started something with them, but you couldn't actively like go through it, and this like turned into this thing because you got this other person, you know, blah, 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 drama, drama, drama. But for some of you, I definitely randomly like got that really strong. Like you're either married and you never told this person, you are or were engaged and never told this person, or you've promised someone that you're going to marry them, and that's what's making this whole situation all fucked up. Excuse my French. But whatever it is, without diving into the specifics, there is definitely information, knowledge that you have that if you shared it, it would trigger the healing and you guys could actually move forward. Maybe, because I'm not reading for that, right? I don't know what the Queen of Pentacles reaction is, because even I don't know what the Seven of Swords is. Personally, I want to dig into it and see what it is, but I feel that it's your secret and it's meant to be your secret, so I'm not going to do that. But the point here is like you have to muster up the courage, the ability, the confidence to tell the Queen of Pentacles this Seven of Swords, whatever that is for you, okay? And maybe it's multiple things, because there are seven. And you know that this Queen of Pentacles has been through the ringer, is wise, has done their inner work. Like this person, this Queen of Pentacles, I don't think you can bullshit them anymore. If you were, I think you at least understand, I can't play mind games with this person. I can't bullshit them. I can't lie to them, because the energy they're in is like, I don't fall for that shit no more. That's not happening. I want answers. I have questions. Give me some clarity. And I feel like that's why I was feeling the Queen of Swords energy when I was trying to tap into their energy, because it's very direct. It's very cold and detached. It's very, come to me with the truth or I will chop your head off. Come to me with the right truth or don't come at all. Like this Queen of Pentacles is very, they have like this really harsh guard up. Again, it could be for just reasons, I don't know. But that's why I was seeing that Queen of Swords energy, because it's like they're like cutthroat, like, you want to talk? Let's talk. And I think that scares the shit out of you, Aries. I think that scares the shit out of you, because you know you have to tell the truth. Like you know there's no way I can play this. I can't get around it. I can't get over it. I can't fool them. I have to tell the truth. I have to say my secret. I have to be vulnerable. I have to share this information with this Queen of Pentacles to trigger healing. Like the truth is what triggers the healing, not time. Time will not trigger the healing. Truth will trigger the healing. But you're not ready to tell your truth. You're not ready to say it. And I don't know if you ever will be. But what I do know, there will never be healing or the possibility of reconciliation until you tell the truth. Because this Queen of Pentacles that I'm feeling, they're very hard in their stance. I want nothing to do with you unless you come to me with the truth and we sit down. But the second I feel anything that's not true, I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm done, cutting it off. I'm not entertaining this. That's like their energy that they're in. And I can tell you want this. And I think you see exactly what you know what you need to do, Aries. You're just like, every time you think about doing it and you think about the beautiful energy that you guys can create once you're all healed and how amazing it would be. And then you're like, oh, but to do that, I have to tell the truth. And I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just not going to say anything. We're just not going to talk about this. Right? So this is the energy that plays out in February for you. I think that you're going to be thinking about this person a whole lot in February and really wanting to move quickly towards them. But I feel like you're being very much blocked by this person, because it's like either you come in with the truth or you don't come in at all. And this person's not willing to entertain anything that's not the truth. and they're wise enough to know if it's true or not. And so you're either sitting in this energy of like trying to debate, do I tell the truth? How do I do it? But I feel like it's more like a heavy overthinking energy. I don't really see a lot of wands on the table. I don't think you're going to be taking a lot of action in February, but you are like feeling pulled toward this person, but you know what you need to do if you want to actually reconnect with them. And I think it's getting more and more difficult to ignore that feeling of just wanting to be with this person. So at some point you're going to have to speak your truth, or you're going to have to move the fuck on, okay? Any advice for Aries? I know we're like over time. We got like 5 minutes left before this is an hour. So I'm going to get any advice for you for February. Any advice for Aries in February? Any advice for Aries in February? This is a lot, Aries. You got a lot going on. This is tough. Because, boy, I know when you're not ready to speak something and to say something, ooh, it's hard to find the courage to do it, because you will talk yourself out of it. Someone at work told me it's a 5-second rule with your brain. If you think about something more than 5 seconds, your brain will automatically start to tell you reasons why you shouldn't do it. Like, it automatically triggers a response in your brain to talk you out of doing whatever it is that you're thinking about. 5 seconds. So it's like in that first 5 seconds, as soon as you know, like, oh, I need to go to the gym, do not think. Just get up and start moving and gathering your stuff and walking out the door. Because if you sit down and you think for 5 seconds, I need to go to the gym. I know I need to go to the gym. After 5 seconds, your brain's gonna be like, bro, you ate a salad today. You really don't need to go to the gym. Besides, you went an extra day, a few weeks ago. So that makes up for today. I mean, you miss one day, you go an extra day, you can miss like 5 days. Like, really, I mean, and you walked at work, you walked outside, you walked your dog, you had exercise, like, you're good. Your brain does that. 5-second rule. Interesting little fact there. Hey. Speaking of salads, I put my food to the side and now my cat's trying to eat it. Advice for Aries in February. Advice for Aries in February. What is the advice for Aries in February? Yeah, this is a tough one. Advice for Aries in February. I can feel your energy, and it's kind of like, is it even worth me telling the truth? Because I don't even know if they're going to want to be with me after I tell the truth. So, like, I'm losing either way, but I'm being put in an uncomfortable situation by having to, like, share this information, but really sharing the information, like, what's that going to do? It's not going to bring us together, is it? I don't know. It's like, you feel like you're in a lose-lose situation, and that's what you're lost about. Like, it feels very lose-lose. I promise you, no situation is ever lose-lose. There is always at least a win-lose, but I always like to think there's a win-win. It's all perspective, honey. It's all perspective. Advice for Aries in February. I don't know if they have advice. We might have covered it, okay? Okay. As I speak too soon. The moon. Reveal your secrets, Aries. Okay? The moon is all about secrets. It's keeping things hidden. It's not talking about things. But the moon can also be the opposite, depending on what tarot deck you're using and what energy, what your spread is, things like that. The main two things I'm getting off of this is, the first one, you do need to follow that feeling that you have. Stop trying to ignore it. That's your intuition pulling you towards this person for a reason. Whether it's because this person needs healing in order to continue on the journey that they're meant to continue on, and you're the only one that can give them that. And maybe they're meant to do something important, but like, this is blocking them because they have no healing. They have no closure from you. And so the universe is like pulling you towards this person. Help them get some healing and closure. It's uncomfortable for you, but like, shit, when you do something wrong, you own up to it, and you handle it, you do it. It's a learning lesson for you as well, okay? So I definitely am feeling like you're being pulled towards this person for a reason. Maybe you're meant to reconcile with them, and it's like, now's the time. What are you doing? Why are you sitting around? I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go, right? We'll see that later. Um, but I'm getting that, like, that feeling. Stop trying to ignore it. It's real. It's a real feeling. There's a reason why you cannot stop thinking about this person, because the universe is kind of trying to guide and direct you towards them. The second thing I'm getting, that moon is huge and everything in this card is lit up. It is not dark, okay? And in a traditional moon card, there's like a dog on this side and a wolf on this side. So it's like representing, like, you're hiding what the real truth is. Like, you're hiding things, right? Because there's a different version than what is being seen over here, okay? That's not what this is. This is a different, I'll show you guys. This isn't like the traditional tarot card for the moon. There's not a double side. There's not a double side because it's all about illumination. It's all about revealing. It's all about telling the truth, seeing reality, coming into an awakening, having an epiphany. It's things like that where you're being enlightened with like truth, with judgment energy, right? And so to me, this card is like very your advice. It's very clearly, to me, very clearly saying it is time to shed some light on the situation for this person. It is time to listen to that gut feeling, that pull that you have towards them. You need to follow that. But when you follow that, you need to shed light where light needs to be shed. Like, it's time to illuminate this shit so we can just clear it out of our energy and move on, okay? Because it's going to make you suffer. Even if this person is suffering because they have no healing from this situation, you're also going to suffer because you never offered the information to see if you were meant to go with this person. And this Two of Cups energy lets me know that you definitely feel you guys are meant to be together. You feel this is soulmate energy. Like, you feel this is divine. Like, you feel this is your person, and that will haunt you the rest of your life if you're like, I never told them the truth, so we could never reconnect, and that was supposed to be my person. That was supposed to be my other person, my other half. Like, but I never got to experience that or even know if that would happen because I never came forth and said, this information. It's going to bug you as much as it'll bug this person, let me tell you, okay? Aries, it is like an hour. We are good here. I think we did a very in-depth monthly reading for February. A lot of information came out. I wish you the best of luck. If you're still here, I hope it resonated for you. I couldn't imagine you listening to me this long if it didn't. So thank you for your likes. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing. Again, reminder, if you want a personal reading, if you want to buy anything from me, you have to do that on the Etsy shop, which the link to that is in the description box. Nowhere else can you give me your money, okay? Remember that. Second, I forgot what's second. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you.